What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest edition of Gin and Tonic. I'm your host, as always, John J. II, and we're coming at you with another episode today on a Wednesday, May 26th, 2021. So, topic of discussion, kind of very fresh news, actually. Not old news at all. Phil Mickelson winning the latest PGA Championship, the 2021 PGA Championship. 50-year-old Phil Mickelson is your victor. We talked about this on the Sunday live stream / podcast briefly. We got into it, made some comparisons between Phil and Paulie. Just basically, the entire aura of the conversation is how nobody is even close to their prime until they really reach their full potential, and they realize that. And your full potential can be reached at any age, especially in golf. So Paulie beat me on Sunday, and Phil won the PGA Championship on Sunday. A lot of comparisons to be made. We had a great conversation. Please navigate. If you'd want to, check out that conversation that I had with the viewers. Very electric, dynamic discussion. Check it out on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or go to our Facebook page or YouTube or Twitch channel, and you can watch that entire show there. We won't get into that too much right now. You can navigate to that on your own, but let's talk about Phil Mickelson. So, Phil, this upcoming week, has the Charles Schwab Challenge. He was asked in an interview today if he thought about, taking the week off, maybe, basking in his victory a little bit, similar to what Paulie's doing and what he's decided to do. He said absolutely not. It didn't cross his mind for a second. He is in a momentum swing where he has reemerged, and he has come back out of the dark shadows and really has reemerged into a brand new golfer, which he is very happy about. He's taking a step in the right direction. As you can see, I got the steps on the side of my head. So I'm working on, symbolizing that into portraying that into my own life, taking steps in the right direction to bounce back from adversity and things like that just in my daily life. And I kind of got a little philosophical in my show on Sunday. So if you want to get jacked up, you want to get, enthused, go watch that show or go listen to the podcast, whatever you got to do. Listen to that entire dialogue and you will get amped. Trust me, you will. So after the Charles Schwab Challenge this weekend, Phil is going to take 2 weeks off and prepare for the Torrey Pines event known as the U.S. Open. So that is coming up in 2 weeks. He's going to take 2 weeks off, kind of prepare, relax, get his mind and body right to be able to bring his best foot forward and to perform at the highest of his ability. And he's at the top of his game right now. We've seen him in other times where he is at the top of his game. Kind of had a little bit of a drought there where he didn't win for quite a while. Didn't even place top 10 the last 2 years, which is kind of crazy. It's a staggering statistic if you want to really break it down. As far as golf is concerned, anybody can come out and show out and win at any given week, any given event. It's been happening before. Phil also mentioned a fellow competitor, fellow pro athlete, Stewart Cink, who has also reemerged in his older years. Stewart is 48 years old, so he's getting up there, almost in the PGA Tour Champions league. Once you get to that level, you're playing with the Bernard Langers, the Miguel Angel Jimenez's, all these other guys that have been legends in the game for a long time, and they still compete at the highest level. Obviously, it's just a little bit different being the PGA Tour Champions. It's almost like the Seniors League. It's nothing short of a competitive league. So there's a lot of high level, high intensity, high speed, high momentum competition going on at all times in the PGA Tour Champions. So that's not to be undermined at all. It's not for the old boys, even though it is technically. But Phil wanted to drive home that you're never too old to reach your fullest potential. You're never too old to reach for the stars and really achieve anything you want to, anything you put your mind to. So I think that's some very powerful stuff that Phil had brought to the table. And I think it's very inspiring for people maybe in their older years, or they're approaching their 40s, 50s, and they're like, what have I accomplished in life? It's not really much, whatever. And obviously you're going to be your biggest critic. That's how I am. That's how a lot of people are. That's how a lot of professional athletes are. They're very critical of themselves. That's natural. It's a human condition to do that. So it's very inspiring to see Phil, a 50-year-old, win the PGA Championship. And he has no signs of letting off the gas. He has the pedal to the metal, even going into the U.S. Open in 2 weeks, and even the Charles Schwab Challenge, which is a tournament that's very close to him, and he has a lot of passion for it, has a great time playing at this course. So it's really exciting stuff. In other news, we're coming up to crunch time, folks. It's almost the 31st of May. It's May 26th today. You have 5 days to register and pay for the Corona Challenge. If you don't do that, you are going to be locked out. I'm sorry. Please thank yourselves if you're sitting here right now watching this show, watching this Gin and Tonic, because if you're not involved, if you're not registered, if you're not, in the game, then you're going to get locked out. I don't care. I told people this. I don't care if you're Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson wanting to play in the Corona Challenge as a twosome. If you are not involved, if you're not registered, then you are not going to be playing. I'm sorry in advance, but I know I'm going to have people probably around June 10th, June 11th, somewhere in there. They're going to be like, yo, John, send me that registration form. I want to get involved in the Corona Challenge. And I'm going to have to tell them, no, like, listen, it's been available for months now, months upon months upon months. And if you're not involved yet, if you're not registered, then unfortunately you're locked out. Now, there's a very slim chance that Phil will be playing in the Corona Challenge because June 19th is the weekend of the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. So, a little bit of controversy there, no big deal. You can call it a scheduling snafu, whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is. Finally, Bree and I are heading to Las Vegas tomorrow, so we're going to be providing a lot of content, a lot of videos, a lot of tweets, a lot of pictures, videos, everything. And it's going to all be in Las Vegas, so we're going to really soak it all in, the sports books, the casinos, the sites, everything to see, the events that they have going on there. We're going to get the full experience of Las Vegas, so stay tuned to all of our social media pages to be in the loop with everything we're doing. I'm really excited about this getaway. We need it. And it's going to be great to clear the mind and really get away from Michigan for a little bit. Nothing wrong with Michigan. I love it. I've been here for a long time, lived here my whole life. But it's just nice to get away and get a breath of fresh air in a different, scenery, whatever you want to call it. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Gin and Tonic. I'm your host, as always, John J. II. Have a great day.